You're watching Let's Chat.
Friends House Ministries is in the studio to talk about the wonderful work they do. It's so great to have with me today Monty Reeves, Executive Director, to share about your ministry and how we can raise money for you. Thank you so much for coming on, Monty.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. What is Friends House Ministries and who do you serve?
We're a faith-based sober living home, which is a Class 1 sober living home.
What does that mean?
Well, there's 4 classes. There's a class where you're in a hospital. There's a class like CADIS where you're enclosed with doctors, and there's a place that serves medicine and has nurses. Then there's a place like us, a Class 1, where you go back and forth to work, you go back and forth to meetings.
I see.
And we're that class.
So you're surrounded by the fellow people in recovery to keep each other accountable, but it's not quite at the level of needing medical providers right there.
Right, but you're not ready to be just on your own.
Absolutely.
You need accountability.
That's wonderful. So tell us about how what you do is different. And is it for homeless people?
It is for homeless people,
Wonderful.
But it's just like today. As soon as I leave here, I have to go to the jail. I interview about 100 people a month in jail, but specific guys once they know what they need to do. And I'm a certified peer recovery specialist for the mental health department.
Wow.
But I run these homes and I help them make plans of what they need to do, where they need to go, what kind of job they need, who they need to stay away from, and then help them when they get out of jail. So I work with them in jail.
Wow.
And when they get out of jail.
Monty, that is wonderful work you do.
And I've got a couple of projects that I want to do. I've already gone to several major employers. You know, we have a work shortage in this country.
Right.
So I've got at least 10 major partners that will take employees right when we bring them to them. So we get them jobs off the street, out of jail, out of court, and so forth. And that's one of their major things. Now, I've got a friend that's with the city of Chattanooga. He brought me a thing that they're trying to get fathers back in the homes.
Right.
I'm meeting with him today, later this afternoon, and going to apply or try to figure out a way to fund that to actually start teaching these guys that live with me marriage classes and children raising classes.
How beautiful.
And
so you visit them in jail and prepare them to come out, but understanding that sobriety is a lifetime decision. You can't back down from therapy and working on yourself, or you could put yourself in a tempting place and be back in addiction.
That's right. Now, you're talking to a pastor right now.
Okay.
But you're also talking to a guy that has been in addiction, was an alcoholic and a drug addict, and a convicted felon.
Wow.
That's me.
Monty.
And the Lord changed my life. And I'm 77 years old. And
Yeah.
I've been doing this kind of work for roughly 20 years.
Wow.
Not exactly like this, but in different facets of this. And then as I developed from one stage of working with this to another, I realized if they kept going back to the very same place with the very same people, they virtually had no chance.
That's right. And how hard is it for these men coming out of prison to not go back?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I've got 32 guys right now.
Wow.
And some of them, let's just say, I'll make this up because I don't want to talk about a specific person. Let's say they're 35 years old and say they've been coming in jail since they're 20. They've been going to jail off and on for 15 years.
Right.
Been in addiction for 15 years. They don't know anything else.
Right.
And never held a job. And so they need friends, and that's why we named it Friends House.
I love it. And you've been where they are. We have to wrap up, so tell us how we can contact you. You have 32 guys. It's not cheap to support what you're doing.
You can go to our website, friendshouseministries.com.
Okay.
Friends House Ministries. If you can remember Friends House, you can get there. We're having a golf tournament, and we're having a banquet.
Okay. And all that's on the website?
All of that's on the website.
Are there donation links, volunteer opportunities?
There's donation links on the website.
Wonderful.
And can I give my phone number?
Sure, please.
It's 423-488-5018. And if you're really interested, call me. because I'm going back and forth to places all day, every day. And I'll be glad to talk to you and tell you what you can do.
Well, Monty, it's an honor to share the word of what you're doing and how you're taking your own life experiences and turning that into something really beautiful and helping other people. So thank you for coming on. I can't wait to learn more even after the show today. FriendsHouseMinistries.com to find out how you can support this great ministry.